Hi Taurus, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of May 16th to the 22nd, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general for your week, so just take what resonates. But as well, I want to thank you in advance for your love and support by liking this video, leaving me a comment or several down below. Tell me what you're thinking, tell me about how this resonates, and of course subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Definitely feeling connected to you per usual. Gotta love a good Taurus reading. But yeah, join this Taurus tribe as it is fantastic. I do feel like you're going to make yourself laugh throughout the week and impress yourself as to how well you're balancing out all that you have to accomplish. Now, to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need is down below in the description box. I'll definitely get that started for you as they are always accurate. I'm good at what I do. That was your energy, my friend. And I do have Taurus in my Mars, but that's if you're new to the channel. And do stick with me to the very end of the reading. Don't forget to get an answer to your own yes or no question, as that's when I'll answer it, okay? It's something you do every night throughout the week that's going to benefit you greatly. Do keep that in mind. Be aware. You're very habitual is now what I'm getting. The song that Spirit chose to speak upon your week on shuffle, you got Learning to Fly by Sheppard. Learning to Fly. I love this song. I just feel like it's going to be a great week for you, or for us rather. Let's just connect. Okay. Let's let the messages just roll on in. There's a level of acceptance and equality within a situation that is just beautiful. Everybody feels quite equal, but then you feel a little bit above everybody. Okay, just because you're vibing high and interesting, and you just feel more experienced potentially. But I just feel like you're doing it right, okay? However that pertains to you, and I feel like it could be in more than one way, but all the meanwhile, you're remembering a lot throughout the week. Areas, a job, you could be remembering to the beginning of a business, right? Or just certain aspects of which I feel like switch-ups, changes recently are going to more so make you remember the past, even people. I feel like you're going to just be getting clarifications left and right. Your dreams are going to be all over the place. I can tell you that much, especially if you remember them vividly. For Taurus, I do sense a little bit of drama about you, but it's a very likable amount, and it's not like you're overdoing it or being unprofessional in the midst of all of which. You are just you. And they said people like it. We have synergy and healing, cauldron, okay? Doing a bit of healing throughout the week, but I do feel like you're a busybody or just have to get a lot done, making money left and right, inspiring left and right. Hidden talents, my friend, we're taking this one. People just don't realize, and for some are discovering it throughout the week. You have talents that you are putting to use or just potentially keeping behind closed doors to oneself. Thinking about an ending, potentially getting clarification on certain endings from the past, the afterlife, spiritual realm, if you will, all coming into play at certain points throughout the week. People are just like, wow. Wow, I'm not sure how in your situation that's going to connect or pertain, but I can already tell you how that's going to work for me. For Taurus. Okay, Taurus, a lot going on. We also have graveyard, unnecessary fear. What are you fearing? Okay, you'd be fearing in regards to your money. Oh, they just literally showed me pulling this out. Okay, that feels much better. But there is certain unnecessary fears that we're getting rid of, okay? We're not allowing it to get in the way of the joy that you're meant to experience throughout the week and moving forward. As things are just starting to pan out for you, your savings is starting to build up or build back up, and you're starting to see people is clearer in a much clearer way, as I just saw the illumination card, and the past is becoming a bit more clear as well as the future. So therefore it could feel like all over the place to a certain extent, excuse me, as certain people might make you a bit nervous. The energy in the air in a situation are multiple. Wow, Taurus, breathe, ground oneself as you are an earth sign, as this week is going to feel a bit overwhelming, but in a good way for the most part, okay? We spoke upon these two, eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. Okay, again, death. But I feel as if you're potentially thinking about past love situations, past situations you loved once upon a time, even outside of relationships, people you dated or hooked up with, they said slept with. But I just feel as if you're pushed to recognize that something that you're doing these days, for me, I'm going to tell you it's this, is meant to be an eternal love, period. Okay? With the Skull of Flowers, creating through the ashes, it feels like endings have left you with a bit of, they're saying despair, and a bit kind of distraught or just disappointed, right? A bit wounded. Hence why there is a level of healing needed at certain points, which does come in a multitude of forms, methods. But it feels like you're creating, developing, you're impressing, right? Things are no longer feeling stagnant. They're saying I would watch the Virgo reading if you feel like things have been quite stagnant recently. They're showing somebody stretching, moving, with boxing gloves on. Anyways, there's no need to fight as the Eight of Cups falls onto the ground. Interesting. We're going to do some shuffling and pull some cards, some tarot. We'll clarify each one as we've been doing that for some, and it feels right for you. What do we have for this cauldron card? Synergy and healing. Healing before a fresh start, my friend. For some of you, it's healing through a new beginning that is leaving you feeling more like yourself again. It just feels like, finally things are starting to work out. Finally, I feel like myself again. Going through a balancing act, but doing it successfully. Weighing out options potentially all the meanwhile. A level of prioritizing in your mind being done successfully. As I feel like at times things do feel a bit heavy, or have been recently, and so therefore there's a need to heal from that heaviness, right? The weight that feels like it's being put on your shoulders at certain points. Some it's because of your spirituality, some because of a living situation, work, you name it. It could be connections or one specific one. However it works for you. There is this big goal in mind, as I saw 7-11 on the timestamp, a big Empress moment, right? Something you want to give birth to down the line, and it's closer than you think for a lot of you, but you need to heal before it, right? Don't underestimate the power that you have within to heal rapidly. Okay, they're saying you've done it before. For night songs, we have the Six of Cups. Thinking about past talents that you once discarded or didn't put to use, or did slightly and then gave up on it, or moved to something else, right? They're saying potentially for the sake of money, income. But I feel as if you're pushed to remember what you once did that lit you up, or just you were really good at, and that could definitely benefit what you're working on these days or will moving forward. I just feel like there's a reason to reconnect oneself with a past talent or several in order to remember what needs to be cut out, okay? But to benefit your future on a multitude of levels, okay? You're one talented individual, and it just feels like there's so much talent within you that at times you can't utilize all of which, but your future will prove to you otherwise, okay? It feels like one thing you're working on recently, okay, not for everybody, but where you just almost kind of, if you were to connect the pieces of all your old jobs, school, whatever the case may be, situations, there's at least one skill set, if not many, from each situation that kind of have built it up to help you produce, develop, do what you do now. Does that make sense? It just reminds you that everything happens for a reason, okay? They're saying your path is laid out for you, but you are in control to a certain extent with the Four of Cups. Eternal love, okay, this is what this is for. Being pushed to, on one end with the Six of Cups, remember what's not meant for you due to certain reflections or clarifications on the past. But when it comes to what you love, remember what's not meant for you, period, okay? It just feels like at certain points throughout the week or in general, you're not in the mood for love per se, very focused on work, tasks, obligations, building up that savings, right? Potentially spending a little bit of money here and there, but don't overspend. Be strategic. I just feel as if it's a week where you remember how strong your voice is, as they just made me echo, but also just your wisdom and knowledge from the past up until this point has helped you understand, and therefore you'll remember this week who and what's not meant for you, okay? Especially when it comes to love, as I feel like there is a new connection on the horizon for some Tauruses that were drawn to this reading, or just, it could be more so due to situations that you once loved but weren't meant for you, okay? A respect for what you do love now that's meant to continue. Remember what's not meant for you. Let's just put it that way. Justice coming out. You are one wise owl, my friend, as we look at this imagery, as we have the Emperor creating, developing, planning, okay? Putting in that hard work, my friend, with the Eight of Pentacles. And I feel like your honesty is just shining for all to see with the Judgment card. But anyways, for this Skull of Flowers, you're creating through the ashes, as it does speak upon the Emperor card. But you're gaining a level of justice and balance in your situation, justice to say the very least, through what you're creating, developing. People are just loving you this week. It's just a time to be you as you flourish, as you blossom, as you grow through what you do, what you change, and what you develop in a lot of ways. You are changing on a soul level, and people notice that, okay? In the upcoming weeks, do expect to reconnect with certain people, as I see 1111 on the timestamp. Angel numbers will be a part of your week. Do expect to reconnect with certain people in the upcoming weeks, even if it's not in person. They will see a difference, okay? You're just changing for all to see, as I feel like in money and career, and on your personal development and healing, things are progressing quite rapidly in the right direction, okay? Let's answer your question. For Taurus. Alrighty, as things pick up speed, keywording, you're getting an answer of yes. You got a yes. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Now go have yourself an amazing week. I know you will. And I'll see you next time. Bye, Taurus.